Just occurred to me, I didn't sync up Chrome, did I?
This is it. Don't get scared now.
Not off to a great start.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! I think it'll make a person become insane.
This game is an atrocity.
It's revolting. It's violent. It's everything you love in a game. And your mom's gonna hate it.
Why would they even make something like this?
Dead Space 2.
Okay, so I have a question for whoever came up with that marketing campaign. Who were you marketing Dead Space 2 to? Like, it looks like you were marketing it to children. I mean, like, it's a rated M for mature horror game. You should be marketing it to adults. What the heck? Anyway, good evening, folks. Hope you all had a good work week. Welcome to the Game Preserve. My name is Jacob Newman, and I'm warden in these parts. And tonight we are headed back into outer space to face the horrors of the great beyond with Dead Space 2. This game was released in 2011 and was a sequel to 2008's Dead Space, which was actually a pretty big surprise hit when it came out. So much so that EA Games would actually rework Redwood Studios, the team behind Dead Space, into Visceral Games and giving them autonomy to do basically whatever they wanted. So for their next batch of games, they decided to do two games, which were Dante's Inferno and, of course, the sequel to Dead Space, creatively titled Dead Space 2. So there was a lot of anticipation for Dead Space 2, and going into 2011, which was just a star-studded year for games in general, a lot of people were really excited for the game. However, when the game came out, it just kind of came and went. Though the game was still well received by critics and was popular at retail, it just didn't have the same lasting impact that the original Dead Space did. I'd say that was probably because there was just so much coming out in 2011 that it just ended up getting lost in the shuffle. But the financial performance just wasn't enough for what EA wanted from the game. They were expecting it to do much, much better, and with Dante's Inferno also doing pretty poorly financially, that would eventually spell the end for the Dead Space series, as with Dead Space 3, EA Games would take a more active role in development, which would eventually just sink the series completely. In the recent years, Dead Space 2 has sort of become a textbook example of a by-the-numbers sequel in the video game space. Now, that's not to say that Dead Space 2 is bad by any stretch of the imagination. This is still a very good game, all things considered. It's just, it doesn't really ever justify its existence in a meaningful way. But rather than just keep talking about it, let's just go ahead and get into the game. I'm going to be playing the game on the Xbox Series S. I actually do have the game on PC, and it was my original plan to just play it on the Xbox Series X and then switch over to my PC for this video. But I actually thought that it was just fine on the Series S, and I've come to realize that Microsoft actually has this really cool system in place where if a game is backwards compatible, the updated consoles actually make the games play a little bit better. So on Xbox 360, the game still runs at 60 FPS and the resolution is a little bit better too. So it's pretty close to the PC version. So I thought, hey, what the hell? I'll just hook it up to my computer, play it that way. Anyway, this is Dead Space, guys. Before I get started, though, I just want to make sure that my capture software is hooked up correctly. Which it is. Alright, let's do this. And you know what? I don't cover enough Xbox material on this channel anyway, so why not play it on Xbox? There is a mark that's never good. Visceral Games could have been so much better. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of the title screen there. It just kind of looks like they took the original title and plastered a 2 to the side of it. And the trademark logo is still in there too. Why do you need that? Even the menu screen is pretty similar to the first game, but it's a little too clean for my taste. It's not as gritty as the first game is. Alright, gonna start a new game. Play it on normal for now. Gonna leave the settings where they are. He even starts out similar to the first game.
Isaac, are you there?
They somehow made Nicole look worse than she did in the original game too. What's up with that?
Sorry, Isaac. Look at the time difference. I'll call you back later.
It's okay. How you doing?
Good. You're right, Isaac. The Ishimur is a great ship. I am so lucky to be serving aboard her.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You know they're gonna decommission her next year.
Isaac, thank you
For what?
for just pushing me to do this. I mean, if it weren't for you, I never would have made it this far, because you made me stick with it.
This is heartbreaking to watch. And by this point, you know what happened to Nicole, so, like, it's just depressing. Man, look at the wrinkles on his face, dude. That's some great facial animation for the time.
Nightmares that you've been having about your dead girlfriend. What was her name?
Nicole.
I didn't want it to end like this.
I can feel that in my
I really
control.
wanted
That's
to see you
cool.
again. Just once. I loved you. I always loved you.
Yes. Nicole Brennan. She was a senior medical officer stationed aboard a Planet Cracker-class vessel.
Hey, Ishimura.
USG Ishimura, yes. Part of a mining operation on Aegis 7. I understand communications went down shortly after their arrival. You were...
This is actually a really clever recap of the first game, too.
Am I right?
They could have just thrown caution to the wind, you know, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
I found something.
But they decided to do this.
What did they find?
Now, that's a good thing, but I wouldn't say that the story really goes anywhere particularly interesting in Dead Space 2, and that's kind of the problem with, I'll explain more why, but it just kind of feels like a needless sequel at the end of the day. And that right there is a creepy image, dude. Woo! Freaky.
Isaac. Isaac, can you hear me? Dana, I found Isaac Clarke. Repeat, I have him.
Great work, Franco. Be careful. He's been out a long time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good, good. Steady. We gotta get you out of this straitjacket. Where am I? Alright, I know you're confused right now.
I see some nasty stuff there in the background. This is not gonna go well.
Terrible.
Ah. Call that one. Ooh, that is some crazy body horror. Back up, dude.
Franco, what happened? Oh, God. Isaac! If you can hear
Oh boy. Crap. Okay, now this is out of the frying pan and into the fire. Good grief. Ah! Don't mind me, fellas. Drop. Off! Yeah! Man, that could have gone better. If you had played Dead Space 2 for the first time, this probably would be a really cool intro. But if you've played the first Dead Space, honestly, it kind of sums up why the game isn't that scary to begin with. And that's because you're playing as Isaac. Because of that, Isaac is kind of used to dealing with the necromorphs at this point, so they don't really come off as threatening as they did in the first game. It sort of hinders how scary they can be when Isaac says that he's had a lot of practice dealing with them. They're still hitting it out of the park with the environmental horrors, though. Why does it always have to get out of hand? And I guess it is kind of freaky that you wake up in a mental ward. That's never a place you want to be, especially in a horror game.
It hurts? It still hurts?
Yes, I'll schedule you for another session tomorrow.
No, I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I can take another session.
There. First thing tomorrow. Now let's talk about what you saw today. Come on, Strauss. I'm here to help.
Well, some bad stuff is clearly going on here, and I see the marker there, so we got unitologists. Oh, joy. Okay, buddy, you just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just gonna... Steady, mate. Wait, isn't that the guy from before?
All the key subjects need to be eliminated, terminated. We're doing more. Listen to me, man. What matters? Listen to me. We can both get out of here. Just cut me out of this straitjacket. No one's getting out of here alive. No one. Don't do it. There's no escaping from what I've done. Take it easy, buddy. Just take it easy. Your rig is red. It's red.
I feel like I've heard that voice before.
A flashlight in that wall locker. You should grab them. Go ahead. Take it. I won't be needing it anymore. Isaac, we're all gonna burn for what we did to you.
Okay, so... Steffi told me I'm not supposed to say the S word on here, otherwise it'll blink the stream, so I'm gonna avoid saying what he just did. But still, that is messed up. Even though Dead Space sort of fails at being scary due to the fact that it leans so much on the tricks from the first game, it is still thoroughly disturbing. It still does get the atmosphere
I'm the
down.
one trying to rescue you.
Why? What's going on?
You're suffering from a unique form of dementia, Isaac. Something you contracted on Aegis 7.
How do you know that? How do you know all this about me?
Your dementia will kill you. But if you can get here, I can treat you and get you to safety.
Why should I trust you?
Because I'm not the one shooting at you.
Fuck.
Just follow the route I'm sending you.
Okay, so I guess now would be as good a time as any to talk about the controls. So, it feels pretty much the same as the first game. I think it is a little smoother. You still aim with over the shoulder and stuff like that, and you have melee over there. So, again, nothing really wrong with that because it is essentially just... I mean, the first Dead Space got it right the first time, so there's really no point to change anything. In regards to the graphics, though, the graphics have seen a nice increase. Aside from the detail being upped, it looks a lot cleaner, and the lighting effects are just fantastic, dude. This looks great. Like, that is some pitch black right there. I mean, look at the way the shadows cast. That is fantastic. Alright, now I need to find my way through this nonsense. It is a little annoying that you have to level your weapon in order to use the flashlight, though. I kind of wish Isaac had a shoulder flashlight or something. But again, that might have been intentional because when you're aiming like this, it's hard to see everything that's around you. Okay, so go this way. Game uses manual save points, again, in service of the survival horror aspects of the game. The showers. If these walls could talk, on second thought, I kind of wish they didn't. Hey, when I said the walls could talk, I didn't mean I actually wanted them to talk. Please don't do that. Now this right here, crawling through the vents, this might seem like a way to build tension, but actually what this is a clever way to hide loading times. One of the cool things about Dead Space 2 compared to the first game is that rather than having parts of the game broken up by loading screens, it instead plays as just one great big long take, which is really cool. Even today, a lot of games don't do that. It just creates this really seamless experience.
Isaac, what happened? Are you alright?
Why are you helping me?
If Tideman finds you, more people will die.
Including me.
Not if you follow my route.
I don't like this.
You don't have to like it. Just hurry before you get locked in.
I don't have the option to the hour right now. Sorry about that, dude. May you rest in peace. Okay, so kinesis. Where? Okay, so here's one of the new features of Dead Space. Ah, crap. There we go. You can actually use kinesis offensively now. So if you have a nice long pole like that, you can skewer the necromorphs, which is a cool feature. You couldn't do that in the first game. Though I often forget that I can do that, because your standard weapons are still pretty effective for dealing with the necromorphs. But that's a good alternative if you happen to be out of ammo. I guess the developers are playing a bit of what is it? Half-Life 2 as they're working on this game. I can't believe I mentioned this either. This is also the first game in the series where they actually give Isaac a voice. In the first game, he was a silent protagonist, which a lot of people found weird, so they decided to change it. And I think Gunnar Wright, the guy who does his voice, actually does a really good job. But at the same time, I don't think giving Isaac a voice really adds anything to him as a character. Because at the end of the day, he doesn't really have much of a personality. It seems like the only thing that was gained from giving him a voice was now he has the ability to swear when someone tells him to do something stupid. And to make some corny one-liners every once in a while, but it never gets to the point where it's Resident Evil 2 levels of cheese. Just like in the first game, you want to scour for resources, health packs, ammo, stasis modules, all that stuff. I would still say that Dead Space classifies as a survival horror game because it does have such a great focus on inventory management in addition to combats and horrors. Though it's still not terribly effective as a horror game due to how effectively you can fight off your enemies. And also not helping matters is the fact that this game throws in a bunch of Uncharted-style set pieces, which at first seem really cool, and when you have them, it is kind of neat, but it's funny to see Isaac get thrown around like a ragdoll, shot out into space, and then landing on his feet, only to then have him get killed by the smallest of Necromorphs a few moments later. It feels like his durability in this game is a little inconsistent, which is off. Oh, Jesus, dude.
Would you fucking help me?
This guy is just having a worse day than anyone right now.
Would you fucking help me?
Calm down. I'll cut you out of there. Is that a tissue laser?
Of all the times to be having open heart surgery, it had to be during a necromorph outbreak.
What the fuck are you doing? Shit. Help! I'm trying.
Good lord, man. That guy did not deserve to go out like that. Well, at least he didn't turn into a monster. Combat in the game is still heavily based on dismemberment as opposed to, you know, the old chestnut of 2 in the chest, 1 in the head. And to Dead Space 2's credit, they do throw in a bunch of new necromorphs that require different tactics to deal with. But I would say the game might lean a little too much into action overall. And it also doesn't help that if you played the first Dead Space, nothing here is really going to surprise you. You'll just be able to fall right back into your old tactics. So, again, you don't get that slow burn that you did in the first intro of Dead Space. It just kind of feels like you're picking up where you left off, and not in a good way either. It doesn't feel fresh. See, lines like that. Just ill-advised. It's not refreshing like it is when you play Resident Evil 2. How shocking it is that the zombies that you thought for sure were exclusive to the Spencer Mansion are now running rampant in a populated city. Here, it's still just the same thing as the first game. It's just aliens in space. And without the memorable setting of the Ishimura either. Still all kinds of... Uh-oh. Where you come from? There you are. Whack. Back up. Degens. They still do try to surprise you, but again, that happened so much in the first game, I just kind of wasn't surprised. When the lights went off, I just kind of assumed that something was coming at me. Yes, I get it. I heard so many times in the first game, shoot the limbs, not the head. That way.
Isaac, come on, they're after us.
Wait! Who is? Who's after us?
Isaac, through here. Come on, Isaac.
I could have made that.
No, Isaac, remember me. Patient 5. I'm patient 5, remember? Do you remember? Dana, your fucking route didn't work. There's a security lockdown.
I told you to hurry. How'd you miss it?
Look, I don't need your help.
Fine. Let's see how long you last.
Shit.
Where you at? Where you at? There you are. Oh, there's a bunch of you guys. Come on. Did you see that guy? He was trying to dodge me. Need you to dodge me. Maggots.
Okay, you're right. I do need your help. Talk to me.
Look, Isaac, we don't have to be friends. But like it or not, we're stuck together. Tideman's your enemy, not me. Alright, I found you a new route.
Fine. So where the hell am I? How did another necromorph outbreak get started?
You're on Titan Station orbiting Saturn. As for the outbreak... Shit! Tideman's jamming my signal.
Oh, I guess I gotta find my own way out. This is strange. They did add a little hacky mini game here. I actually do like that. It does speak to Isaac's skill set as an engineer. Yeah, and this moment always frustrated me because if I hadn't hit him with my stasis right out of the gates, he would have killed me in one shot, which is stupid. I remember that part for the first time when I played this game way back in the day. I just thought that was so frustrating. Alright, what's next? Oh boy, this ain't gonna be pretty. Ugh, man, that is gross. Goes down as easy as any other necromorph, though. Back up, Jack. Six feet. For the love of life, what are these things for? I can still hear necromorphs there in the distance as well. It might not be as effective, but the atmosphere is still there, and it would be effective if this was your first Dead Space game. Up we go. Oh no. Language, Isaac. Ah, no. Just ignore it, Isaac. It'll go away. Stop looking at it! Idiot. Okay, that's just depressing. Oh wait, this is a gift shop. I thought it was someone's birthday. I guess it is interesting that we are seeing a civilian outfit as opposed to strictly a military one, like with Ishimura. Oh no! Language, Isaac! I know you're excited to have a voice for crying out loud, but just because you can curse doesn't mean that you should. Alright, so I need to... Ah! That's what I get from not paying attention to the corpses. Alright, better be a spacesuit in here. And there is. Honestly, the introduction again, the engineer suit again, is kind of lame. Like, you just kind of get it the same way you would any other power-up in the game. It's not like a big deal like when Gordon Freeman gets his crowbar in Half-Life 2. And just like in the previous game, when you venture out into the vacuum of space, you can't hear nothing but Isaac's breathing, and that is still really awesome. Such a cool touch. Okay, where to from here? That way. Oh boy. Easy there, fella. Stasis, stasis. That's right, follow the leader. Follow the leader. It is funny that Isaac can run the exact same speed backwards as he can forward. Hey! Oh, come on!
Jesus, that thing was angry. Dana, I'm out of the hospital.
Okay, the tram station is just beyond the apartment block.
Hang on.
Like, he reacts to the necromorphs as if he's seen them every day. I mean, for crying out loud.
You're floating in space near Aegis 7 and brought you here to study.
Why can't I remember anything?
The marker you found imprinted your brain with a self-replicating signal. The longer you're awake, the more the signal spreads. It's killing you, Isaac. Tybin tried to keep it in check with memory suppressants.
You said you could fix it, right?
Only if you reach me in time. Tram station, get moving.
I don't know if that lady can be trusted, but I don't really have a better option at the moment. I mean, it still does feel like Dead Space as you're creeping through the hallways with Isaac's deliberate trudge. You hear stuff in the distance. The atmosphere is there. It just... I mean, it just feels the exact same. It just doesn't feel like anything new has been added here. Haven't got any need for that. Anything cool in the store? And like, you don't really get any new weapons in the game either. I mean, like, all the old chestnuts are here, but one thing that was an issue with the first Dead Space game is that you found that some weapons were just better to use than others. Any weapon that required you to get close to the necromorphs was generally ill-advised. And that's still a problem here. You'd think they would have added some new weapons that allowed you to fight them more effectively at a distance, but they don't really do that. Anyway, I got some stuff I need to unload, so get rid of this. And I'll stock up on plasma energy and some health items. And again, if you only stick to just one weapon, then you'll be flush with ammo for it. Whereas if you have multiple weapons at once, you'll find yourself struggling to keep your ammo stocked. So it really is better to just stick to stuff that works, like the plasma cutter or pulse rifle. I'm gonna hang on to one power node though, in case I come across a what is it? A door that takes one. Ah, crap. That guy diehard tubed me. I guess I'm not going that way. It's never a good thing when someone says that. It might happen in the near future, too. Like, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next couple months. And that's exactly why I wanted to hang on to a power node. My inventory is full already? I suppose it is. Oh boy. Back up, Jack. Well, this is getting out of hand. And what a necromorph basically is a space zombie, so... yeah, this might as well be what happened in Resident Evil 2. You know, why not follow this whole thing from the perspective of another character so, you know, you can get a fresh set of eyes on the necromorphs? Oh, that doesn't sound good. Hey, come on, bud, get in here. Ah. Isaac, seriously, enough with the F-bombs. Good lord.
Isaac! Isaac, over here! Who are you?
It's the drugs, Isaac. They gave us drugs to make us forget. But it's all coming.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you calling me?
Isaac! Isaac, look out!
Ah, man. Back up. Stay away. Man, I always hated those necromorphs in particular. And now I can hear people in the rooms. Ah! You. Never forget to double tap. Ah. Your mother's okay. Ah. I swear, these things are like cockroaches. I really hope someone didn't leave something in there. I don't want to think about it. Oh joy, this again. Come at me, brah. Actually, I would prefer if you kept your distance. You guys are gross. Whoa. Hey! Stay away. Back off. Maggots. I will admit, though, the size and scope of all this is pretty impressive. I'm leaving, dude. I'm leaving. I'd be trying to get off this place, though, if I was in this situation.
There are necromorphs everywhere. Is the entire sprawl infected? How'd this happen? The marker was destroyed, Dana. I destroyed it.
You destroyed a marker, Isaac. Tybin built another one.
On this station? Why?
It's powerful alien technology. Tybin wants that power. Get to the tram. It'll take you to the Cassini Tower's premises.
Dana? Damn it.
I do not even want to know what's going on there. Oh, come on! I've heard of monster in the closet scares, but give me a break.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's not good. Okay, the lighting effects from that thing are really cool. Stay away now. Ah, man. Where? Ah, not these guys again. Treat you, sneak up on me. Okay, just ignore it, Jigger. Keep on walking. Oh, there was actually fire in that thing? Crazy. Oh no. Hey, no fair. I hate it when these little buggers are around. I'm still unclear on how the necromorphs exactly work. Do they spawn from the marker? Is it like, are they drawn to it? It's never really made clear. Hey, no. Ah, trying to sneak up on me, eh? Hey, no. Don't you spit your crap at me. Remember how I said there were some Uncharted style set piece sequences in here? Well, we got a fast moving train with necromorphs swarming into it. I think you guys can see where this is going. One new feature I do like is that Isaac's suit now has boosters, which actually come into play during the zero gravity sections. You can actually freely fly around, which is kind of cool. Though it doesn't change as much as you would think. It's just kind of a neat new feature rather than something that completely changes the game. And here we go. It's kind of cool that they don't turn into quick time events. Most of them do involve shooting in some capacity, which is good. Like, this is neat. Where? Back off. I am not a piñata. Oh boy. Not now. Oh, so now you can move fast. Yeah.
Dana, I need a new route.
What happened? I thought we lost you.
Unscheduled stop. Where am I?
How did you end up
Oh, come on, Isaac.
This won't be the most pleasant route, but it'll get you to the Cassini Towers residential sector. Damn it! Timon has your signal again. Keep moving.
Okay.
You're very important to them, Isaac. Hold tight. I'll contact you soon.
Man, I would be concerned if someone I hadn't even met in person yet had been saying that to me. That lady can't be trusted. I better have a plan to deal with her. I see you, dude. This isn't gonna end well. Up. Dang it, I fell for it again. Oh no. Oh. Oh, come on, kids, really? That's messed up, dude. Hey. Good Lord. Get off. Ah, that got me. I just survived a train crash and I was killed by that thing. I would say that's as good a place as any to stop. Okay, so Dead Space 2. All things considered, this is actually a really good game. The presentation is outstanding. The atmosphere, top-notch. The sound design, great. The gameplay, polished. It's still just the original Dead Space, but it's still a ton of fun. So, why is it that Dead Space 2 just isn't as memorable as the first game? And that's really just because it's kind of there. While it's still a really well-made game, it just doesn't bring anything new to the table. And it also doesn't help that it doesn't justify itself with its story either. I mean, Resident Evil 2 didn't make a lot of changes from the first game either, but it at least upped the stakes with its story. Here, it's just more of what you were doing in Dead Space, and if you had played the first Dead Space, it's just going to feel redundant. It is a perfectly solid game. There's nothing really wrong with it. It just kind of is. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I do these videos every Saturday, typically at 8 o'clock. What I do is I pick a video game, I play it for about an hour and just talk about the design, the history, all that good stuff, because I'm just passionate about that and I want to share it with other people. I do not play games from start to finish because I feel like you miss something if you watch someone else play a game rather than play it yourself. But that's how you choose to consume the media. Then by all means, continue to do it. And if there's anything you would like me to play in this format, please be sure to leave it in the comments. I do read them. And if it's something I think is worth playing, I will add it to the list. Anyway, I hope you all have a good work week, and I'll see you next week.